It's been a while. I almost choked already. We're back. Episode 3. Run out the clock, man. We got a pretty good episode. I'm keeping my composure right now, chat. I low-key want to flip shit right now, but I'm gonna keep my composure just for the intro. We have a stacked episode. We got to get into a massive trade. Oh my god, that shit hurts. A massive trade, and we got the AFC preview, and college football week 1 has finally kind of kicked into full gear. Colorado and Georgia Tech is on my screen right now. I don't know what the others are watching. We'll get to that as well. But yeah, man, it's Tommy. Spot the ball because that's all that matters tomorrow. Go Gators. Other than that, go ahead, Spot.
All that matters when the biggest game.
Shit.
All right.
Okay. Right. My fault.
What's going on, Jacques? Yeah. But I'm Spot, man. Ready to talk some college football, ready to let them carry for AFC preview. But with all that being said, I'll pass it to Rod.
Oh man, it's your other co-host, Rod. Go Penn State tomorrow and go Bill Belichick. Monday night, UNC. Here we go. I got some interesting stuff to say tonight about the AFC. So, now I'm going to pass it off to our guest here, Chris.
What's up, guys? I run a Madden channel, but I'm really happy that Micah Parsons got traded. We don't gotta see him anymore. Chase after my quarterback. I'm so excited, man. Terry re-signed. I'm so happy right now.
That's a great week for him.
Oh man, what a great week. I'm just ready to talk some AFC. I don't know anything about college, but go Ohio State.
Oh wow.
I'm Wrestle Spot's biggest hater.
Go Ohio State. That's crazy.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Tommy, you know what time it is, man.
let's start it off, man. Let's
Bro, I
start
have to really fight back some tears, dude. This is crazy.
It was reported yesterday, for all of you guys that don't know or have been sleeping under a rock. Micah Parsons was traded to the Green Bay Packers for Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks.
And upon being traded, he also got his extension.
Yes. First off, just want what do you guys feel about the trade? Is it a lopsided trade? Do you feel like it's it's kind of just like it's even? How do you guys feel about it? Let's start.
It's even. Is that even? Is that even? Who? Can someone tell me who's Kenny Clark? How good was he? He wasn't good.
Okay. No, Kenny Clark is pretty good. Unfortunately, like he's just not like what he used to be.
He's old.
Wait.
God.
He's old.
Yeah, he's about to turn 30. But y'all do have 2 first-round picks, and wait a minute. You guys are known for drafting pretty well. You guys just suck at extending people. But I mean, at the end of the day, you guys you guys will not find another Micah Parsons. I highly doubt it.
God, man, that's
I highly doubt it. But you guys are good at drafting. So, but Tommy, let us know what you think, man.
This is literally the dumbest trade in history of trades. I actually don't even know how I don't know what this feeling is. It's not anger, it's not sadness, it's a mixture of that disappointment, plus rage. And I'm not a guy who like hates humans, but I hate Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones crazy.
I think he's the worst human being on the planet. Like I the 90s. Wow, the 90s. What a time. Well, guess what, Jerry? I wasn't alive during the 90s. I was born in 2001, fucktard. So when are we going to like current?
I'm sorry.
Like current success. I understand if we didn't have the money, because Dak is getting paid a whole shit ton. We paid CD. I get if we didn't have the money. That's one thing. But to continue to the come out and say we could have paid him, that wasn't an issue. Why the fuck did you pay him? I mean, if normally, you take when you draft someone that high. We drafted him. No, I remember when we drafted him. I wanted him. I wanted him so fucking bad. Oh my god! And then we drafted him. I said, "Oh my god, Jerry Jones is listening. He didn't take a lineman, an offensive lineman at that." And I was from that day. I just, if you guys can't tell, Chad, I'm coping. I'm trying to cope. I'm all over the place. I'm frantic. I just hate being a Cowboys fan. I hate them. Kenny Clark is shit. I don't even need to see him play. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about nothing he did last year. I don't give a fuck about his career. I don't give a fuck about none of that because you're not Micah Parsons. You're not. You're simply not. And these draft picks, I don't give a fuck if it's Art. I saw someone, I think it was Jock, saying we're trying to get Arch Manning. Let's cool. You know what's crazy? You know what's absolutely crazy? We could have. Dak is still there. Why is Dak still there? You know what I'm saying? We could have traded Dak to free up some cap space, give Micah Parsons at least a little bit of that, of what he got. I'm still not going to cap. That was a lot of fucking money. When I saw the number, I was like, okay, how could we? That doesn't really make sense. But again, we should have figured it out. We should have figured it out. We lost Micah Parsons. I think at this point we should just trade every fucking body. We obviously don't want to win football games, so that's cool with me. Trade Dak, trade CD. Don't give a fuck. Trade everybody. Blow the whole shit up. I don't care, including Jerry Jones' fucking mansion. Blow that shit up. Boom. Sorry. I'm done. That was crazy. I'm sorry. That's it.
Passion. It's passion right there.
So, Tommy, hold on. What was I? What exactly was I going to say? Oh man, I was gonna say something. It was something about the Cowboys.
Okay.
Oh no, it was about Micah. So apparently they did offer him a contract, but there was something that there was some miscommunication. I think it was with his agent or something like that, or him and his agent. I forgot what it was. I think they offered him specifically a contract, but they never got in contact with his agent or something like that. Or
they didn't want to talk to his agent apparently.
Yeah, they didn't want. They just wanted to literally just talk to Micah, and I think that's where all the that's literally where all the all the backlash stemmed from, and that's why they couldn't get a deal done, because Micah felt disrespected that they weren't appealing to his rules and appealing to what he wanted. They gave him a pretty hefty contract. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was close to $40 million a year. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, because Jerry Jones and the organization didn't go directly to the agent, but they went to Micah Parsons, I think Micah felt disrespected by that they weren't following what his parameters were.
That is 100% true. I agree with Mike in that sense. I think that was the way Jerry Jones handled that whole fucking situation. I think was I'm gonna be honest, it was kind of childish. I think Jerry Jones knew what Micah was worth. I think Jerry Jones I don't know what he thought. I don't know what he thought. Because again, there's no reason you watch Micah Parsons play fucking football and you're like, he's not worth whatever I don't understand how you can be, and he's old as fuck. So you've been watching football since the goddamn dinosaurs was around. So how do you not? You've seen it all, my nigga. How do you not? I just don't understand how. No matter how you look at it, Jerry Jones is in the wrong here. Even if the contract was offered, even if it was rejected, if he thought it was accepted, whatever the fucking case was, if I am in the spot that Jerry Jones is in and I have Micah fucking Parsons, just like my customers, I'm going to call you every day to see where your head's at. I'm going to do that. You're Micah fucking Parsons, dude. I just don't understand. There shouldn't be any miscommunication under the same goddamn franchise. I'm sure they have each other's phone numbers, and if they don't, that's also fucking crazy. But I'm sure they do. That just doesn't make sense. You're a text message away, bro. It's 2025, Jerry Jones. Maybe you're too fucking old to realize it. Actually, you are too old to realize that. But that's just I don't know. I fucking hate that guy. I hate that man, bro. I hate him.
I'm not gonna lie. I could have never pictured that a trade was gonna happen, because you see, I'm familiar with what Jerry Jones does, and this is what he does. He's got the most expensive team in the history of sports, right? And the thing is like Jerry Jones always wants publicity. It doesn't matter what it is, what kind of publicity it is, whether it's bad publicity, good publicity. Any publicity is good for him. And when you've seen contract extensions such as the ones of Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, you see that he's waited up to the upteenth hour to even give them the money. Why? Because it creates tension. It creates publicity. Everybody starts talking about it. And what is it that Jerry Jones wants? He wants the whole world with their eyes on the Dallas Cowboys, because at the end of the day, they're called America's team, even though they're not really America's team. At least not anymore. They haven't won shit for over 3 decades, so I don't even know why people call them that. I don't know why they call him that, or why they call him that. But I never thought that a trade would actually happen, because just like the other 2 times with Dak and CD, where he's waited up to the last hour, you know, I think Dak got literally offered a contract. What was it, on like the first game of the season, or like maybe like just right before it? Same day, right? Yeah, like honestly, like I saw the same thing with Micah. I never thought that they would even trade him. And it's crazy because there was reports coming out yesterday, just paying attention to reports as the day was going on, that like I guess somebody had one of the guys from Green Bay had came on Pat McAfee's show, and I said that they're like Jerry wasn't even looking at trading. Like he wasn't even like willing to hear calls, and the fact that out of nowhere in the afternoon yesterday, you just see that he gets traded. It's just kind of one of those things. It's like this might be like the worst fuck up that he's had possibly ever. You got a guy that has recorded well over 12.5 sacks 4 times out of the last 5 years. The only other person that has done that, I think, is Reggie White. Like, to start off their career, that is like he is on an absolute tear. He is on an absolute tear. So the fact that you let that guy go. By the way, CD, not Dak. Neither of those 2 guys are the best player on that team. It's a defensive player who's the best player on that team. So it shocks me at the fact that they let him go just like that.
And it's crazy because everything that Rod just said, I thought it was gonna be the exact same shit that I dealt with CD. I thought it was gonna be the exact same shit I dealt with Dak. No, I never thought in my mind that a trade was gonna happen. Didn't have a fucking thought, right? So, and then I just hate how it went down. I hate Jerry Jones. I think the Packers are Super Bowl champs. That's my pick. Fuck it. But yeah, I would have never thought a trade would have went down. Thought we were gonna pay him at the last moment, just like we do everything else. But nope. Some niggas traded him for a bag of. At least it was a family-sized bag of chips. It wasn't just a normal-sized bag. It was the family size. So it wasn't just the normal $199 bag. It was the goddamn family size. You know what I'm saying? But still, it's just we're never gonna find another Michael Parsons. I don't even feel this way about Dak. I don't feel this way about CD. I hate his fucking podcast, but I love Micah. So it's just,
is it fair to say that he's probably the best player you guys have had at least since Emmitt Smith?
Damn. Actually, no. I mean, that's real though. I'm thinking about it. I think he's better than Dez. I think he's that was the first name that came to my mind.
More important and better than Dez. I think he's more important and better than
definitely.
Tony Romo.
I think yes. I think he's. It sucks. Why did he? Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna actually.
He's probably the best and most important player since probably Michael Irvin, and Emmitt Smith.
Yeah, bro, that's
not
my
wrong.
dude. That was my dude. And I mean, he should hate everyone that deals with the Cowboys and associates us with the Cowboys. Have you all seen? I have not. I saw the bullshit. He dinked us. That motherfucker just stopped talking. He needs to stop fucking talking.
10 minutes before the trade happened.
We're never gonna trade Michael Parsons. The nigga gets traded.
10 minutes later, by the way. 10 minutes later.
He just needs to stop talking, bro. Like, he just needs to shut the hell up.
I do want to look at something real quick. It was Tommy's Twitter feed
No.
as it was happening.
No, that's crazy.
Here we go.
The fucking Packers of all places.
Wait, put it more full screen. I don't know if you can.
Wait, if you click the bottom or like to the Packers,
There we go.
they're
There we
gonna
go.
have the arrow. Oh, you do that. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, that was...
He's been a Packer for 10 minutes and they already paid him. It could have all been so simple. I hate the NFL. Fuck Jerry. Fuck the Cowboys.
Fuck Brian Schottenheimer.
Can college football come on already? And then this is the one that made me glad. Jordan Love manifested Michael Parsons of the Packers, and then tampering. We just allow this now.
Right, he was under contract. You can't do that.
Leave us in the city of Dallas.
Who is that?
Kenny Clark, who in the like? Why could Kenny?
That's not even Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega is crazy.
Kenny Clark.
Don't want to go to a Cowboys game while Jerry's living. Thank God, that was pretty much where it ended. But
Oh man, that's hilarious. So where do you think this place, like the Dallas Cowboys, like now? Do you think are they currently like tanking?
It
Oh my
sucks
God.
because everyone in Dallas is delusional. So they're not gonna try to tank.
They've been for years, honestly. At this point.
Yeah, you're right, correct. You're 100% correct.
But
But
they claim they're gonna win the Super Bowl every year. So
right. And this year we're saying we're gonna win the division still. How the fuck we gonna win a division? What division? Not the one, not the East, not the NFC East, not that one. We might be. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. The Giants got 2 quarterbacks. They might be better than the fucking Cowboys. We may be the fourth.
Yeah, you guys might be the worst team now.
In the
No.
division, bro.
Now,
No bullshit.
now you guys have. First off, with Micah even being there, you guys still had one of the worst run defenses and probably one of the worst
100%.
defenses. And now it's gonna get even worse. Now everybody's just gonna. If I'm Saquon Barkley this Thursday night, I'm salivating.
Oh my god, I don't even know if I should watch the game.
Like if I'm
200 plus.
if I'm a better, I'm betting the over on whatever Saquon is gonna do.
Over.
Like if the over under is 150, I'm betting the over.
I know everybody who bet before the trade is happy as hell right now on Saquon.
You know what's crazy? I'm about to throw money at Michael Parsons for DPOY.
I think generally it's gonna be a bloodbath. Like this could.
Oh
end
yeah,
up
it's gonna
being
be
a
bad,
game
bro.
that-
It's gonna be
They're
bad.
gonna get blown out by 20 plus
It's gonna be
on
bad.
Thursday night.
Was it 2013?
Damn.
That was one of the worst. I think it was 2013. One of the worst football years of one of the worst football experiences I've ever had because the Gators were like at the worst. I think it was 2013. This might be the next. This might be one of those years. This really might be one of those years.
Oh, this is a big game right here. Week
You
4.
said Michael Irvin think he's still playing. That's crazy.
Week 4.
mean,
Tommy, what are your thoughts on this game right here?
Oh yeah.
I want him to blow us out. I want him to hit Dak 7 times. Like, I want him to humiliate us. Because I want Jay to realize, like, dude, like, what did you do? So I want it to be a bloodbath. Whatever Saquon does to us on Thursday, I need Micah to go in week 4 and like quadruple that by 4. You feel me? Like I need him to break every sack QB rush record ever. That game.
Damn.
All of them.
In one game.
All of them. I need it.
This
All of them.
is going to be a very important game this year. By the way, it's already said that Micah's going to play week 1 when Green Bay does play the Lions, which is going to be bonkers.
I'm scared for week 2.
Who do they play? You guys?
They played us on Thursday night football. That's why I'm like, damn.
That's a big.
That's why I'm scared already.
And the thing is each week they're gonna ramp up his reps as he gets more in shape. So you guys are probably gonna get a more
the full.
You guys might get the full thing. Like,
bro, we deserve it. Honestly, we deserve it. We deserve the work.
Bro,
oh,
you know how
God.
crazy that is? 12 and a half sacks for your first 5 years.
Cheering. Every time Micah sacks Dak, I'm going to cheer. Like it's gonna be crazy.
1A.
It's gonna be hype, bro. Like you deserve this. Everyone over there deserves everything that they're getting. We're gonna finish 8-8 or some dumb shit, and we're gonna have a stupid draft pick. It's gonna piss me off, and it's just gonna
Put the cherry on top for Tommy, man. Is whenever all that's gonna be happening, and the camera's gonna cut to CD on the sideline, just like a pissy face all the time.
Me personally, I think the
and he's
Dallas
gonna ask for a
Cowboys.
trade.
I think the Dallas Cowboys should realistically try to tank. Like, try to be the worst team in the conference.
I agree.
They should look. It's not like the NBA where you get penalized for freaking for sitting games or whatever. You don't. If I'm the Cowboys, if I see that within the first 5 to 6 weeks of the season, this team just does not look like it's going to be even competent, especially because I do think George Pickens picking him up was more of a detriment more than to help you guys. I know like him as a number 2 wide receiver is great because he's ultra talented, but at the same time, just the psychological aspect of it, I think he's gonna ruin that team from the inside. He's gonna rot it to the core, just because of how if this was a guy who in Pittsburgh was the number 1 receiver by a landslide because they didn't have anybody as ultra talented as he was, and he's demanding for targets. I can't imagine what he's gonna do next to CD when he's playing right next to him, and CD's the much better wide receiver than he is. I can't even imagine like just the ego that's gonna fill his head because he's not getting the targets nor like the looks that he was once getting before.
No, that's true. That's true. I'm about to say, go ahead, Chris.
My bad. I'm sorry about Micah, man. That's crazy. I was almost getting mad that they didn't, sign Terry already, and oh man, that was pissing me off for a minute. I'm not gonna lie to you, but
He just like nicely said, "Wouldn't let that shit happen to me though."
Yeah, it's cool though. It's cool. I mean, team research around Davis most likely, and it's crazy because he doesn't even realize a lot of the picks he's even gotten. Yeah, it was because of Micah.
It was because of Micah.
It doesn't even matter.
Or because he plays like the 50-50. He's not a lockdown corner. He's just a guy who just kind of like preys on like bad quarterback throws, and like he's not a lockdown corner.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. Talking about just now how the Cowboys look. The depth chart did come out for a lot of teams, and of course I looked at the Cowboys depth chart, and I'm not gonna lie. The only groups on that field that I like is my running back room, because how young that room is. That room is extremely young.
Who are your running backs?
Javonte Williams.
Yeah, Jaden Blue we got in the draft, and then I'm missing one.
Deuce Vaughn.
Yes, I think so. Deuce.
That short guy from
K-State.
He was at Kansas State.
K-State, okay.
So I like my running back room. I'm cool with my corners. But I'm gonna be honest, offensive line still gotta prove themselves.
The linebacking core and the D line is as atrocious.
It's atrocious. It's hideous.
And none of the names outside of obviously Kenny Clark, none of those names are none of those names are like names that pop out to you.
No.
they're not world beaters. Like these are guys who are like what ifs, or like like kind of like you pray, like you're praying. So like and that's like the big thing. Like Micah was gonna be out there with a bunch of just nobodies.
Which is very true, but again, it's better than nothing.
But at the same time, don't you? Okay, I understand. Given that Micah isn't really the greatest thing, but I think also the direction that your team was already heading in, and seeing that there hasn't been improvement, even though your team has had better rosters in the last couple of years. I can even think dating back to 22, the 23 season. And the what was it, in the 22 season? You beat Tampa Bay. And then is that the year that you guys lose to San Francisco? I believe.
Yes.
Okay. So and that was even like a pretty close, because 23 you guys got absolutely shellacked by the Green Bay Packers. Yeah.
That's what I was like. Why you trade the fucking?
But here's the thing: don't you think there's like a silver lining in this whole thing of like trading Micah, just because of the fact that like the progression, like I personally didn't see a progression coming anytime soon.
Well,
I don't know how you saw it, but like
because I love the rebuilding aspect of franchises as well. So again, this is a fair question, but it's just the way it is. I think it's because of how many different ways we could have went about it. It bothers me so much. Now there may be a silver lining that I just can't see right now. Because again, we didn't pay him, so it's not even like he was taking a crazy cap hit. Granted, still don't know what he was truly, honestly asking for. Don't know if that was the number that the Packers gave him, or the Packers just, gave him that. But again, again, we had Dak was right there, literally the highest paid quarterback in the fucking league, without really winning any playoff games. So it's like if we were gonna trade somebody, it should have low key been Dak, and then we should have went completely just tank. We already secured out. We already got one skill player. We got a rental in George Pickens. See how that goes. I'm willing to test that because we're gonna suck anyway. And we got someone to build around on defense, Micah. That would have made a lot more sense to me if we had to trade somebody. But again, we traded Micah, and that's where I'm like, I can't see this because again,
well,
I
wanted to say something real quick.
Go ahead.
What were the first round draft picks? Like were they like a 26 and a 27, or like
has that came out
next
yet?
Year?
Doesn't just
that's the thing.
I know where they end up.
Because it's just every time I've seen it, and I could have been all I saw was red yesterday. So I could have been. I just probably wasn't reading it right. So I don't know.
I'll tell you right now what they are.
I hope one better be this upcoming year. God damn it.
Bro, well, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. It has to be this coming year.
26. So a 26 first round pick and a 27.
Okay. So
yeah.
2 years.
He said the next 2 years they got the 4 first round picks.
Okay.
All
right. Well, Jerry,
fuck it up.
Don't trade a pick.
You guys are gonna have.
No, didn't you hear what he said though? He says they have that option, and then they have the option to go get somebody right now with those picks.
Oh, so,
right now, like who though? That's where me being a casual.
That's Jerry, man. That's Jerry.
Wait. That's where me being a casual comes in because I don't know who's on the market. I don't know what that means, and I don't know if that's a good thing. It's not looking that great.
My guess is they end up just holding on to those.
So listen to this. So since 2021, Parsons has had a 30% pass rush win rate. Meaning he beat his blockers within 2.5 seconds, 30% of the time. That blows every other player out of the water, including Myles Garrett, who's we know Myles Garrett is one of the elite pass rushers. And by the way, Myles Garrett was second at 26%, so that's a 4% increase. Parsons' 310 pass rush wins also leads the league in that span. He ranks second in pressures with 251, only 5 behind Max Crosby. And it's important to note he's obviously only 26 years old, so he might have like 5 to 6 years in his prime.
This shit is you're killing me.
Damn,
you're killing me, dude.
But and this is and kind of to like rewind a little bit. But the only reason this trade is like actually really possible is if you remember several years ago when the Khalil Mack trade happened where they dealt him to the Bears.
Yeah.
So that was like the first time in history that somebody of that caliber got traded to a team. And honestly, it has opened the door now for a trade like this to happen. Because trades like this don't normally happen.
I have nothing else to say.
At least not in the NFL. Like, it doesn't happen in the NFL.
Well, my thing was that I was looking at was like, I didn't really think that the Green Bay Packers had a shot necessarily. I thought it was like up to like the Bears or not the Bears. I saw like it was the Packers and then it was 2 other teams that I'm not too sure of, but I believe one of them was in the AFC and the other one was like the NFC West. But I didn't really think that they were actually going to trade him. I thought that was like bait, and then they were going to sign him, like this whole thing. But damn, dude. I mean, I wouldn't know how to feel. I mean, my team's been trashed for a long time, and we're only good now. But I'm sorry, Tommy.
In y'all's hearts, do you think that was the best? In y'all's hearts, do you think that was the best offer out there, or no?
Absolutely
or that was offered? That was offered.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Jerry was like, first one, I'm accepting the first caller, and it was the fucking Packers. Like he didn't. He just answered his phone was like, "Yeah, I'm over it. Come get him."
If I'm being honest, Tommy, I think so. so obviously there's a lot of bad PR coming to the Cowboys right now, but I think in the future, I think this trade, if handled right by the Cowboys, I think could end up being a massive success instead of
But
a detriment.
can I be honest with you too, though? It's another thing that I don't. Well, to kind of add on to the draft picks aspect of it, the Packers aren't going to be bad. They're going to be high ass, stupid ass picks. So that's kind of another reason why I'm like, you could have traded to the goddamn fucking. I don't even know who sucks now. The Panthers don't suck no more, do they? The Panthers.
Yeah, probably the Saints.
Ah, yeah. I could have given him. Should have sent him to fucking shit world in New Orleans. But whatever.
But like, here's the thing: is like you guys will have 2 first-round picks next year, which is obviously pretty damn good because you're gonna have your own plus the one that you guys just got.
Yeah, and that's if Jerry doesn't do anything stupid during the season.
Who knows?
Doubt it.
Maybe if the season does go bad, I could see him trading pieces off that. Like maybe he trades Kenny Clark, and Kenny Clark is probably still going to be worth, something. Maybe a couple of second-round picks or whatever.
Kenny's like 27, right? Or 28?
29.
He's about to turn 30. Like I think like this upcoming month or.
Damn.
Yeah, he's about to turn 30. But who knows? I mean, I don't know. Like me seeing this trade happen, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Trayvon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb potentially, a Dak Prescott maybe going.
Dak can go. I'm gonna celebrate with that.
Dak can
But
go.
the others, nah, that's gonna suck too.
I think Dak is the only expendable one. I definitely think they should hold on to CD and
That's what I think. We can find. It hasn't been working with Dak. Granted, great regular season after a mid regular season, cool, great regular season, whatever. It's not working when it matters most. We should have got rid of him a couple years ago, but that's a whole nother conversation.
I don't know if it's me, but like I feel like the past maybe 2 years, I just don't see he has a hold of the offense. Like that's just me. Like
no,
didn't he have a really good 2023?
He did, but
he
like,
did.
I don't
He
know.
did. He did.
But when it matters,
when it
matters,
he
it doesn't.
Was, in 23, I believe he was like the second best quarterback in the league, only behind Lamar Jackson.
But look,
he was like runner up, right?
But look, but then you have to. He's one of those guys you got to really go game by game because when you look what the games matter, I believe he played the 49ers or someone that season. And he completely shit the bed that game. But because his stats were so good every other game, we just ignored it. And just like, whatever. No, he sucks when it matters most. That's an issue.
You know what was so funny? If you look at his Green Bay game, the stats will tell you that he played a fucking phenomenal ass game.
If you watch the fucking game, he stressed me the fuck out, bro.
Hold on.
No,
I need to see that. Hold on. I need to see those stats because
bro. He's literally a player you cannot go by the stats. You cannot because he'll look phenomenal, but it don't translate, bro. I'm telling you, it's all an illusion. It's all an illusion.
Because I need to see this. Hold on.
Shit is stupid, bro. And Georgia Tech is up 20-13 on Colorado.
Okay, here it is. It's the 48-32 game. So in that game, if you look at his stats, okay. This was Dak Prescott, 41 for 60, which equates to what, like probably close to 60%, maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
Higher. It's above 50. Well above 50.
Hold on. So it's 68%.
Yeah. Well
completion
above
percentage.
50.
Okay. 403 yards. I mean that's good. 6.7 yards per attempt. That'll do it. Okay, has 3 touchdowns to 2 interceptions, leading to a 43 QBR and an 89 QB rating.
I bet you those two. I bet you those 2 interceptions came in the fourth quarter.
No, they definitely they came like in the first half when they were like.
What was the final score there?
48-32. The score doesn't tell the whole.
Yeah, it doesn't tell that. I remember that one.
So if you look, it was 27-7 at half. It was 27-7 at the half. So, I mean, the thing is and that's been a theme of like Dak Prescott's career, especially ever since he tore his what? Was it his
The
Achilles?
2020 season? Yeah.
Ever since then, he'll go out, he'll have these games. I personally think the best game that he's had thus far in his career in the postseason is the game that he did play against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2022.
That was
I
it.
genuinely believe that's his like best postseason game. Other than that, he hasn't played good. He hasn't. He's been a shell of himself in the postseason.
It's because he got hurt, or when he got hurt. I mean, I remember he was not saying running outside the pocket a lot, but I mean, whenever there was pressure, he would run. But like ever since that whole ankle injury thing, or whatever ACL, whatever, right, whatever it was.
I think it was Achilles.
Damn. Yeah, I'd be scared to run too. Not gonna lie.
As an NFL casual, I got a question to ask. Is it normal for like I feel like this happened with Zeke, this happened with CD, happened with Dak, and now it happened with Micah. Does any other teams like does this happen that often?
No.
No.
But like it's rare. It's very rare because and just hearing you list off those names, obviously Dak and Zeke came in the same year into the NFL. It's very so, and you just listed all these names, bro. Like these are all high value like players, and the fact that in the last 10 years they haven't even sniffed a conference championship while also having all this talent, it just goes to show you the incompetency. And in that time, it's not like Dak Prescott, when he started his career for at least the better part of the first 2 to 3 years, he had probably the best O-line.
Yeah.
That's why Zeke was so good in the first 3 years, because Zeke was literally running behind brick walls. Like he was
the most carries in the league.
Yeah, he had the most carries in the league. He had the most yards per carry. He, every year he was running well over 1,200 yards, and it's because he had the best offensive line. He had the Zach Martins in the world, and I'm trying to think of Tyron Smith. Like his offensive line is full of Hall of Fame caliber offensive linemen.
Frederick.
Yeah. Like
what a line, bro. God,
that's fucking insane, man.
So when I think of like the Cowboys, the talent, like not even just the 5 that you named. You're talking the offensive line, the defensive line. They had they spent a time with DeMarcus Lawrence. Oh man, who was the one that he was like a young guy on the D line who like popped off crazy in the 2020s, but they gave him up.
Fowler? I mean, I know Fowler was doing like mid.
Nah,
hold on.
No, I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you who it is right now. I'm gonna tell you who it is. I'll tell you who it is. It's not J-Ron Curse. Is it? Was it Neville Gallimore? No, I don't think so. Who's this? Y'all had Dorrance Armstrong.
Mid.
Bro, there's no way. There's no way. I can't think of who this is. I heard his name earlier today, and I'm actually now. Hold on. He might be in this year in 2023. Let me see. You also had Leighton Vander Esch too. Who's another
Leighton
one that
Vander Esch
was
crazy.
I mean, there was a point in period you guys had, Stephon Gilmore, Deron Bland.
It's fucking crazy.
Like the talent on this team was like otherworldly, and just the fact that they've never really been able to capitalize on they've never really been able to capitalize, which actually sucks. Oh, here it is, Randy Gregory.
Yeah, he went to the Broncos, right?
Yeah, he was a damn good player, and they gave him up. Look, this was their D-line. This was their 2021 D-line, which is, by the way, this is a phenomenal D-line. you had DeMarcus Lawrence, you had I don't want to like butcher his name. Osa,
It's like OW something.
Odigizua, Randy Gregory, and Micah Parsons. I mean, that is a stellar like defensive line. And by the way, like DeMarcus Lawrence was way past his prime by this point. But when you have Parsons, Odigizua, and Randy Gregory, I mean, all three of those guys are, that's just, and that's not even a name off. Like if you look at their offense, and then continuing on with their defense, but like Leighton Vander Esch, Trayvon Diggs, Jaron Kearse, DeMonte Kazee, like these are all like household names. And then you look at their offense, and it's just you got Dak Prescott, you got Zeke, you got Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, you got Dalton Schultz, Tyron Smith, Tyler Biadasz, Zach Martin, and Lyle Collins. I mean, every year they've had the competent roster. The fact that they haven't been able to finish for years, and this is why I also say like this could low-key be a silver lining, because of the fact that you have had better rosters and you haven't been able to do anything. So the fact that you're going to give away Micah Parsons and don't have to pay him, $40-some million a year, which is what he's worth. Like you're literally paying him quarterback level money. And for you to save on that to take on a player who's worth way less, and now you can kind of like reset your timeline. I mean, in a couple of years, you might look back at it and you might say maybe it wasn't that bad of a trade, but obviously right now, it just looks very horrible.
I hope you're right.
And before we do move on to our AFC stuff, what does this do for the Green Bay Packers? Because I generally thought they were like fringe Super Bowl contenders, but now it seems like they're locked and loaded and they could be primed.
They're winning the Super Bowl if you ask Tommy.
They could be primed. They could be primed for a Super Bowl run now. Now that they do have Micah Parsons.
Well, let me ask you something, Rod. Since you ranked them so high in our rankings last week, where do you rank them now?
I think I ranked them 5, right?
Yeah, you ranked them like 5 or 6. I'm not saying
at first you had them at 4. I think you moved them down.
No, I didn't have them at 4 because they're not. I don't have them winning the division. I'll tell you what I have them at.
Crazy division now.
Where is my? All right, here we go. I had them ranked at the 5 position. I don't have them winning the North. I still have the Lions. I'm gonna keep them at 5 just because like they can't get into the top 4 just because the only way they can get into the top 4 is obviously if they win the division. I am gonna keep them at 5, but I think they'll be like a 12-5 team. I think they'll be a 12-5 team. Yeah, they'll still be really good. Honestly, I think they'll be 12-5. But now they actually legitimately have a chance to win the division. Like now it's one of those things where now with that gap has closed in just a little bit more for them. And if you look at their team and specifically their the defensive line, you got Rashawn Gary, you got Micah Parsons, you got this is ridiculous. You got Quay Walker. I mean, these guys are they have a really good defensive line now.
Is Preston Smith still there? I know he's mid, but I mean,
Preston Smith.
He had like a few good.
Hold on, I don't see his name up here on the depth chart.
Oh, he did then.
Wait.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not. Oh, he's on the Steelers now.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's probably why they went after somebody because they needed somebody like that, I guess. But damn, that's crazy.
He's
188 million. 188 million. Or 80 something, whatever it is.
But you look at this team, I mean, Rashawn Gary, Micah Parsons, and Quay Walker just alone. I mean, they're looking good. They're looking really good. I guess now we can just. Do you think they're Super Bowl contenders now, Chris?
I believe so. It just depends how the records line up. Because if it's something like last year, where the Vikings and the Lions have to fight for number 1, if they turn into something like that, then they very well could be. I mean, I don't count them out. It's just to see who they match up against in the playoffs. Because they match up against, like, let's say the Eagles are number 2 again, and they match up against them somehow, some way, then I low key see them beating the Eagles. Like, I mean, I don't have really. What am I trying to say? I really don't have any limitations towards them. I mean, it just depends on Jordan Love. Is Jordan Love going to be a winner for you? That's what this. I still haven't seen answered as much in the playoffs. Divisional round. I mean, not divisional round. Well,
he did play really good against the 49ers 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I mean,
And
they did good against them.
They were right there. Who did they play last year?
Did they make it?
They did. They were in the postseason.
They lost first round. I remember that.
I know they did. I just don't remember who. Let's see. Hold on.
Because it was the Vikings, also the Rams. We beat the Bucks, and then they faced.
Oh, they lost to the Eagles. Oh, they did. They lost to the Eagles. They did lose to the Eagles. Yeah.
Okay.
They did. But it was that snow game, and like Barkley fucking torched them for
cooked.
Yeah. For like however, I think it was like over 200 yards. It was that snow game. Yeah, I do remember that one. I think Jordan. If I'm not mistaken, I think he played a pretty decent game. If I'm not mistaken.
Well, I mean, there's not really much you can do in the snow. I mean, you would have to lean on Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, so they lost 22-10. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, losing like that to the Super Bowl champs, it's not that bad. I mean, Jordan Love, he did play really bad actually. He 20 for 30. Damn, I thought he actually played a lot better. He was 20 for 33, 212, but he had no touchdowns to 3 interceptions. Yeah, he did play pretty bad.
Damn.
He did. Yeah, he played terrible. Yeah, Saquon was 25 for 119. And then Jalen Hurts was just a game manager. He only passed for 131 yards.
Damn, what a game.
But yeah, no, I mean, their defense is going to be super stout this year. And kind of, I'm going to stick with what you're saying. It's going to be, how does Jordan Love? I think he'll do I think he'll do great in the regular season. I just also think, like, kind of like what you said, it's going to be about, it's all going to be about how he performs in the postseason. And if they are the 5 seed, kind of how I'm claiming, they're going to get a rematch potentially of the 49ers at the 4. They're going to face whoever's at the 4. And I definitely think they could beat the 49ers. If they face either the 49ers or the Bucks, I think those are 2 teams that they could realistically beat, which then pushes them to the divisional round, and we'll see from there.
Yeah.
Because the way I have the NFC kind of shaping out, if they were the 5 seed, they'd be facing the 49ers, who would be the 4 seed. The thing is trying to stay away from the 7 seed. That's what you want to do. You want to stay away from playing either the Lions or the Eagles in the first round. That's what you want to stay away from. If I'm the Packers,
I'll take the Lions again. No, I'm just kidding. I low key was scared all that game last year, bro. I was working, and then I was like, man, I'm low key scared, bro. And I'm glad we pulled it out, but I don't know how. But I'll take it. But depending on how it shapes up this year, I don't know where we're gonna end up. But I'm just hoping for a good year in the NFC. I mean, it's gonna be the North is fucking gonna be insane
now.
Gauntlet.
The North is a gauntlet,
bro. God.
You have obviously the Lions, who are the creme de la creme. The Green Bay Packers have now bolstered up, and then you still have a Minnesota team who could potentially be looking like a top 5 offense and a top 5 defense this year. They have, I would say, maybe one of the 3 or 4 best rosters in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean,
when you look at the defensive side and the offensive side of their ball, I think they have one of the 3 or 4 best rosters in the whole league.
And I didn't really agree with like I said, like your standings like last week, but now I understand them, and now I'm gonna take the Bears out of the playoffs, man. I don't think they're gonna rank that low. Green Bay, they're probably gonna be in 5, 6. They're not gonna be in the 7th. But
I think they'll push towards that 5th. And like I said, they're gonna have a chance now to win the division. I think they're clear cut the second best team in the division. But like, I also had them as the second best team in the division even before the Micah trade. But now it's like now they can push up to being that best team in the division now
Oh yeah, most
because
definitely.
Micah's such a disruptor. He's gonna give Jordan Love so many different opportunities on offense, and I think that's a team when you think of how that defense is gonna look, and you look at Josh Jacobs and the way that they can run the ball and the way Matt LaFleur can coach his team, and they can take the ball away from the other team. I think this is a very dangerous team.
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like they're
Micah's a game changer.
gonna
Like
be scary.
he's a wrecker. Like he could be the singular player on defense, and he's gonna wreck a game. It reminds me of kind of like how J.J. Watt used to be. You know how he used to just wreck a game kind of by himself. That's what Micah is. If you put him on a good team that's competent, he's gonna he's gonna wreck the game and he's gonna turn it on its side. And he's one of those guys. He's one of those guys who can flip a switch, and you think you don't have the game in the bag, but he could flip a switch, and now you're in the game or you're gonna take over. He's just one of those guys. It reminds me also of like Von Miller. I like even thinking of like the 2015 postseason, how Von Miller was just absolutely tearing teams apart. He would literally single-handedly change the trajectory of a game, and Micah could easily do that, which is why this is why you get Micah. Screw the regular season. You get him for times like the postseason, like you get him for those times. And I think in the postseason, now that they do have him,
fucking idiot.
Now that you do have him, bro, if somehow, some way, the Green Bay Packers manage to win the division and get a top 2 seed, we know what Lambeau is in the winter. Nobody wants to go play in Lambeau in January. There's not a soul that wants to play in Lambeau Field in January. It is the toughest environment to play in outside of Buffalo. And it's gonna favor. And it's not like Micah Parsons hasn't played in cold weather. The man was in college at Penn State. So if they are somehow able to lock up a 1 or a 2 seed by winning that division, man, I would not want to play them come January. They're going to be a very scary team. So
let's get into this AFC preview.
Are we just gonna do the whole conference, or do you guys want to break this down by divisions? How do you guys want to do this?
I mean, I'm down to do it like we did last time.
So how we did it last time is we ranked our 16 through 8, and then from there we would rank our 7 playoff teams.
Okay.
So, should I start off first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Let me hold on. Let me pull something up quick. So I think that probably the easiest kind of division to even rule out is the AFC South. I legit think like the 3 teams in the AFC South are going to be probably the 3 worst teams outside of probably the Jets. So if I were to really give a ranking, I think the Jets. Hold on. No, I think Indianapolis is going to end up being the worst team in the AFC. I'm going to have them at my number 16. The quarterback situation just sucks. Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson just can't even seem to get right. It sucks, honestly. It really does. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just the Indianapolis Colts are going to be the worst team in the AFC. Moving on to my number 15. I think this got to be the Jets, man. Actually, scrap that. I think it's going to be Tennessee. I think Tennessee will be very bad. I legit don't think Tennessee
Cam Ward.
Cam Ward is great, but that team doesn't have anything else. But that's okay because they should have their centerpiece for what should be the next 10 to 15 years in Cam Ward. So I do think Tennessee is going to be the second worst team in the AFC. Coming in at number 14. Do I want to put Jacksonville here? Oh, wait. Cleveland. Cleveland. No, Cleveland's going to stink. Hold on. So at number 14, I got the Cleveland Browns. Again, Joe Flacco starting at quarterback. And then who's their number 2? Dylan Gabriel. That's the second guy on their depth chart, and obviously number 3 is Shador Sanders. This team's not doing much of anything, bro. To be quite honest with you, I just really don't think they're gonna do much of anything. They're gonna be one of the 3 worst. They're gonna be the 3rd worst team in the AFC. Number 4, I'm gonna have to go with the Jets. They have is Justin Fields, correct?
Yep. I mean, they look like shit too.
And honestly, look, they're gonna be shit. That's just all I gotta say. They're just gonna be shit. Okay, 16, 15, 14. So 12. My 12 seed. This is where I will put. Just looking at this really quick. Hold on. This is where I'll put Las Vegas. I think Las Vegas, a little bit of a slightly better year than last year. They have Geno Smith. They do have Pete Carroll, and they do obviously they did just get a star running back in Ashton Genty. But I think there's a lot of work that still needs to be done. I think the offensive line, the receivers, Jacoby Myers, by the way, he wants out. Their defense outside of Max Crosby isn't much of anything to be proud of. So there's a lot still to be left with there. Next up, I'm gonna go Jacksonville here, and I'm kind of like going either Jacksonville or Miami, but I think I'm gonna hold this one with Jacksonville. I would love to see Trevor Lawrence, really improve this year, especially just because he does have Brian Thomas and he has Travis Hunter. The main question is, for me at least, what is Travis Hunter going to look like playing both sides of the ball? How many snaps is he going to get on either side of the ball? Is he going to play more defense than offense? Is he going to play more offense than defense? Is he going to balance it? There's still a lot of questions on this team that even Travis Hunter nor Brian Thomas Jr. can really answer. And on top of that, I just think this organization is not doing anything to put Trevor Lawrence in any position to win. So that's personally why I have Jacksonville. Next up, Miami. My issue with Miami stems from just Tua can never stay healthy, and this is just a very dysfunctional team. They don't play well in the cold, so any game after November, if they're playing in a cold arena, I don't trust them. I don't trust them in the postseason. I don't even think they've won a game under 30-degree weather, maybe ever, as long as Tua has been quarterback. This team is just they're not terrible, but they're just a middling team. So this is 6, 15, 14, 13. So that they're my 10th seed. My number 9. Oh man, this is where it gets dicey. This is where it really gets dicey. I have Indy, Tennessee, and Jacksonville, right? Okay. I have Las Vegas. Oof, this is tough. At number 9. Damn. I'm gonna have to go the Chargers. Tim, I actually don't even want to put the Chargers here. Because I think Cincy. Yeah, I'm gonna put. No, I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna put Pittsburgh here. I'm gonna put Pittsburgh. Obviously, Pittsburgh is they got Aaron Rodgers this year, but this team literally only has a good defense. I think their offense is just complete garbage. Mike Tomlin every year he kind of gets worse. I don't think they're gonna have a positive record this year. They might go 8-9, somewhere around there. But they're just a middling team. I think the Miami team and Pittsburgh, they're just a middling team. And then this one is very unfortunate for me that I'm gonna have to put these guys here. But at number 8, I am gonna put the Los Angeles Chargers. To me, I do believe that I am putting them at the number 8 slot. They're just gonna miss the playoffs, and I do believe it's because they just lost Rashawn Slater for the year. Rashawn Slater, unfortunately, now he's gone. He's one of the best tackles in the game, and unfortunately, I do think that hinders them a bit. I do think they go probably like 9-8, maybe 10-7, but I do think they do slightly miss the postseason. But those are my bottom 8 teams. Tommy, I don't know if you want to go now.
Oof. Give me a sec. Chris, do you have your bottom 8?
Yeah, I already got mine made.
All right, go ahead, Chris.
All right. Let me pull it up.
Or technically bottom 9. Sorry, bottom 9.
Bottom 9. All right.
Yeah. There's only 7 teams that make the playoffs.
All right. So I'm gonna go pretty quick because like I said, I did it yesterday. I got the last team in the AFC is the Colts. The second to last team, I got the Titans. Hold on one second. All right, my bad, bro. And then so what is it, 9? So then, or we'll start from 16 was the Colts, 15 is the Titans, 14 is actually the Jets. I feel like they're not going to get anywhere with Justin Fields. No offense. 13 is the Browns. The Browns are the Browns. Hold on, sorry. And then who's above the Browns? So I got the Jags. And then I got the Raiders, the Dolphins, and then I got the Chargers, and then the last team not making the playoffs is the Bengals, unfortunately.
Whoa.
Yeah, I really don't think that the defense is going to hold up enough. And just as a sneak peek, I have the Steelers making the last seed.
Oh wow. Okay. That's
Aren't the Bengals O-line like still very shit too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hate to do that to the Bengals only because I do
They
like
still
Joe
have
Burrow a
bad.
lot. Yeah, I do like Joe Burrow a lot, man. And I don't feel like he's the problem. He's never the problem. Jamar Chase ain't the problem. T. Higgins was never the problem. They have a decent running back. Ah, man, it's just that
It's their
defense
defense.
is crazy, bro.
They're gonna have a bottom 3. They're gonna have a bottom 3. Might even be the worst defense in the league. Well, I'm not gonna lie. Surprisingly, I think they'll be worse than the Cowboys.
Damn.
I think they're genuinely that bad.
Damn.
Like the thing is that at least like the Cowboys have like Trayvon Diggs, but
Yeah.
like on the Bengals they don't have anybody.
I think his name is like Britt something.
Cameron Britt.
Yeah, the guy was
Like
talking trash about my offense. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
Like if you look at their roster, right? Just even on the defensive side, bro, like they do have Trey Hendrickson. Okay, that's got to count for something. But look at this, look at this team. Like Miles Murphy, T.J. Slayton Jr., Shamar Stewart could end up maybe whatever. Like he could end up being pretty good, but we don't know. B.J. Hill, obviously Trey Hendrickson, Demetrius Knight, Logan Wilson, Warren Burks, like DJ Turner, Jordan Battle, Geno Stone, Marco Wilson, Cam Taylor Britt, Josh Newton, and Dax Hill. I mean, these guys aren't world beaters. Like, I really do think the only good people on this defense is literally just Trey Hendrickson, and I mean that's it. Like,
damn. Yeah,
that's it.
Right.
I mean, Shamar Stewart could turn out to be good, but we don't know. The guy has been having contract issues and just issues with the organization the whole offseason. So could that hinder just from a chemistry standpoint? I think it could. And also the fact that Trey Hendrickson was literally battling contract talks all offseason, I think that also plays a part. I almost wanted to knock them out of the postseason, but who do I trust more? Do I trust old man Aaron Rodgers, or do I trust Joe Burrow with like a really good wide receiving core? I think I got to go with that just because their offensive is so explosive. And at the same time, like I don't think that Joe Burrow will have a year like he had last year. I think he'll regress a bit, but I think Joe Burrow, because he does have, there's so much pressure on him for his team to win. I think he can deliver just because he's that good. So that's personally why I would have the Bengals in the postseason rather than Pittsburgh. Even though Pittsburgh has, obviously one of the best defenses in the league. So
Yeah,
but
and like I put that into in there as
yeah,
well. As like I have Pittsburgh like in the playoffs only by like a game. They win by 3, like against the Bengals. It's not like gonna be like close, meaning or not gonna be like close. It's not gonna be like a far fetched victory. It's not gonna be like, oh, it's 14-21 or whatever.
the Bengals are your 8th seed, correct?
Yes, and then the Steelers are my 7th. So that's why I said like.
So what are you thinking? Like both those teams will probably be like what, like either 9-8 or 10-7.
Yes, they're going to be neck and neck. I don't think the Bengals are going to be like bad. I just think they're going to be neck and neck. So
it sucks that they're in the same division.
Yeah, that's the only bad part, at least I think. But I feel like Aaron Rodgers says he has one more in him, and he's barely going to deliver on that, and he's just going to be out in the first round.
Okay.
I love that for Aaron. I got.
Not Spot. Tommy.
I literally just did this.
Do your bottom 9.
All right. Well, all right, but I'm gonna go from 16 to 9.
Yep.
So I got the Jets. They're gonna be shit. The Colts. They're gonna be shit. The Titans, the Browns, Jaguars, Patriots, Raiders, Dolphins. That's where I'm at.
And then who's your 8th seed?
Oh, right now, I actually do have the Steelers oddly falling there too.
At the 8th seed, so they're gonna miss the postseason.
Yeah, they're just gonna miss it. Yep.
Okay, for my top 7, at number 7, I'm gonna go Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, I think they're just gonna edge out just a little bit. I just trust Joe Burrow. He almost made the postseason last year. Literally, if it wasn't for what game was that? I think it was the Broncos game that they lost. Correct?
Yeah, Joe got hot at the end of the season, right? Last year.
He got really hot.
Yeah.
I think they sneak into the postseason. I think I genuinely think they do sneak into the postseason just like that. At number 6, I have the New England Patriots. So this one, I wanted to put them at number 7, but I think because they have such a balanced team, and we did end up getting just a really good head coach. I mean, we did see what Mike Vrabel could do with Ryan Tannehill and that team, which should have never really done what they should have done because, I mean, Ryan Tannehill, come on, like he's not a world beater. I think with my team, the 2 running backs that we have in Ramondre Stevenson, Travion Henderson, I think Stephon Diggs is going to be way better than what a lot of people are even projecting him to be. And I think with him being that number 1 wide receiver, obviously we just waived Kendrick Bourne, but I do think guys like Pop Douglas and Kyle Williams will step up a lot more. I think our receiving core will be pretty damn good, along with a bolstered up offensive line. I think they're going to be able to protect Drake May, and our defense was definitely bolstered up this offseason. We spent a lot of money in free agency over on the defensive end. We got Christian Gonzalez having a full year under his belt now. Obviously now he just came back from like injury. I think it was like last year. Now he's going to get that full year. Another year removed from his injury, so this is great for him. And I just think we'll get that 6th seed. So we're definitely gonna take a big leap this year. At number 5, surprisingly, I don't want to do this, but I think they're gonna take a dip this year just because of how many close games they were involved in last year. I bet you can already tell who I'm gonna choose. It's gonna be the Kansas City Chiefs. I think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to have a slightly bit of a fall off. And the reason why I say that is just the amount of close games they were in last year. It's a little bit alarming. It's not like their team got better in the offseason because they didn't do much outside of the NFL draft. And I don't know how many of those guys are really going to help the guys that they did draft from the NFL draft. I think this team is like regressing in a sense. Travis Kelce's not getting any younger. Pacheco's not even the same since the injury. You also got to think Rashee Rice is suspended for the first 6 games of the year. This wide receiving core was not that great last year. Patrick Mahomes had his worst year by a landslide. And on top of that, if you look at their schedule, they have probably the worst schedule of any team outside of the Giants. And just naming off their first 6 games where they're losing Rashee Rice, you got the Chargers, the Eagles, the Giants, the Ravens, the Jaguars, the Lions. Those are the first 6 games of the year. This is a tough gauntlet. The only teams that they have in there that aren't really all that great are the Giants and the Jaguars. And guess what? The Giants are going to pressure the absolute living hell out of Patrick Mahomes because they probably bolster one of the 3 or 4 best front fours in the whole league. So they don't have a cupcake schedule to start the year, and they definitely don't even have a cupcake schedule to even end the year. I think they're going to lose a bunch of games, and their division is a lot tougher than what a lot of people are making it out to be. The Broncos are a legit threat to win that division, and I think they are going to win that division.
I was about to say that's my division winner. Spoiler.
So at my number 4, I'm going to go to Houston Texans. The division is absolutely garbage, honestly. So Tank Dell is obviously not playing this year, but I do think with this team, by the way, I do believe the Texans are going to be the best defense in the NFL. I think they're going to have the number 1 ranked defense. I think their offense will still be fine. I'm going to have them at the number 4. At the number 3, I'm going to go with the AFC West division winners, which is the Denver Broncos. I think they're going to make a step in the right direction. What I saw last year from Bo Nix and that crew, Sean Payton, that they're going to also bolster one of the 3 best defenses in the league. This defense is nothing to even, bat an eye on. They're going to be damn good. Rounding out my top 2 seeds, I couldn't really pick who I wanted at number 2 and who I wanted at number 1. Just because these teams are so closely they're so close to each other. If I'm being honest, I think I'm gonna go with the Bills at number 2, and I'm gonna go with the Ravens at number 1. I mean, these are just gonna be the 2 best teams probably for the foreseeable future in the AFC. So I mean, whichever way you put it, I think these are the 1 and 2 seed and should be unanimously for everybody. So that's my top 7.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I do agree with, a lot with that list actually. And as you just said, spoiler alert again, I actually have the Ravens at number 1, Bills at number 2. So yes, those are my 1 and 2, just like you said. But what does it start at 7? Yeah.
Yes, that's a 7.
So I have 7. I have the Chargers. Mine is going to be a little out of order now because I decided I wasn't really thinking about how they kind of did the playoff layout. So I have my division winners, but like my top division winners versus my other 2 division winners. But anyways,
Okay.
So I got the Chargers at 7. I think I'm gonna have the Bengals at 6, Chiefs at 5, Broncos. Yeah, Broncos will have to be at 4. Then Texans at 3, and then Bills Ravens. There we go. So yeah, I'll say it again. I have the Chargers. I have the Bengals, Broncos, Chiefs, Texans, Bills, Ravens.
Okay, Chris.
All right, let me pull up mine real quick. My bad. So since you had a spoiler of mine, so starting at 7, I got Steelers. I got the Broncos at 6. I know it's crazy. I know. The Chiefs are still my division winner, but I got the Broncos at 6, and then Rod, you better love me. I know you already love me already.
There's no way.
We got the Patriots at number 5.
That's so crazy.
And then number 4, I got the Houston Texans because they're always gonna win their division because it's fucking garbage. And then number 3, I got the Chiefs. And then I do believe the Bills are going to fall short just like one game maybe. And they are going to be the second seed. And then the Ravens, my NFL team of the year so far, just because of the hype they got around them. I don't know yet. I mean, could depend. Could be the Packers for all I know. But got them at the number 1 seed.
And I do want to say this as well, since you are a Patriots fan, Rod. The Patriots are one of those teams I love the way you guys are built. You guys are actually one of my more so favoritely built teams. The only reason I have you guys missing the playoffs is because I do feel like that the North, I feel like they're going to squeeze 3 teams in. So I had to leave someone out. That's the only reason. Just to put that out there. But I do feel like the Patriots is one of those teams that could play spoiler or could be a big dark horse. Kind of like how everyone's thinking the Broncos are kind of a dark horse. I think the Patriots play that a little bit better, in my opinion. I think they're sneaky. They're sneaky.
The only reason I put the Patriots is this. Okay, so for example, so obviously our head coach plays a big part. I do think he's a way bigger upgrade than Gerard Mayo, and I think what we have done in the offseason, I think does like low-key has me kind of impressed. But I think the biggest thing for me is if you look at our schedule, we have one of the easiest schedules in the league. And just to kind of like read you off the schedule, Tommy, we have the Raiders, the Dolphins, the Steelers. By the way, this is all to start the season. So we have the Raiders, Dolphins, Steelers, Panthers. Then we have the Bills. Then we get the Saints, the Titans, the Browns, the Falcons, the Bucks, the Jets, the Bengals, the Giants, the Bills, the Ravens, the Jets, and then we end off with the Dolphins. In all reality, the 2 Bills games, obviously because they're in our division, a Ravens game, and well, that's basically it. There's not really like too many like tough games in our schedule.
I feel you. Okay.
And that's part of the reason that I also did see that I think we could make the postseason, just because our schedule is just so light that we don't face much competition. Now, do I think we can like make it past the first round? I absolutely do not. I generally think if we make it in, well, okay, the only way if by your list, right, Chris, if we do make the 5 seed and somehow we do go against the Texans for the 4 seed, that is the only way I see us making us past the first round.
Whoa. I would like to see that matchup because I would like to see how their defensive line goes up against your O-line to protect Drake May. I feel like Drake May, if we didn't have Jaden, like if Jaden wasn't in this draft class, I would definitely go with Drake May over Jaden. Only or not over Jaden, but like, you know, if I didn't have Jaden, I definitely would want Drake May. Only because he's a poised quarterback, bro. He just needs a little bit of time, and I feel like he'll be really good for y'all. I mean, he just has to hit Stephon Diggs, and then who's your running back again? Trayvon Henderson.
It's either Travion or Ramondre. It's a 2-back committee.
Oh, you still on Ramondre?
Oh yeah,
that's good.
Yep.
I mean, other than those two kind of carrying the rock, who's your other wide receiver? Not Kendrick Bourne.
So we got Kyle Williams from Syracuse, and then Kendrick Bourne and Stephon Diggs, and then we also still do have Hunter Henry.
Okay, Hunter Henry's a good option then, because I know y'all had Jonnu Smith, but didn't he go to Miami or some shit?
He did, yeah.
Okay, I thought he was on the Steelers.
Or maybe he is now.
But he was
he was in Miami this past year. I don't know if he actually changed teams.
Now he's on the Steelers then. Okay, then yeah, I feel like Drake May has plenty of weapons. It's just depending on how much time was it Will Campbell, right, wants to give him?
Yeah. I think he's gonna be with him, like if you look at our offensive line, just to kind of like bring it up, we have some additions in there. Obviously, Will Campbell's obviously the big one.
Yeah.
But if you look at our offensive line, I mean, you do have Will Campbell, you have Mike Onwenu, and you have Morgan Moses and Garrett Bradbury, who came over from I believe Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken.
Morgan Moses isn't bad. He'll get you through the day. Trust me, I know.
And then Garrett Bradbury, who I believe came from Minnesota.
Yeah, he's a good one.
So our offensive line has gotten, like way better. And then our defense has gotten so much better. Our defense is Christian Barmore, Millen Williams, Keon White, Robert Spillane, Harold Landry the third. If you look at our back end, our secondary, it's Carlton Davis, Kyle Duggar, Marcus Jones, and Christian Gonzalez.
I love the Christian Gonzalez, all right? Only because, man, I did want him in the draft, and I swear to God, if we didn't have Ron Rivera,
been so good.
If we didn't have Ron Rivera's dumbass to pick Emmanuel Forbes, we would have had Christian Gonzalez on our team. But hey, I got Marshawn Lattimore. I can take that.
And we just dropped Jabril Peppers too.
Ooh, Jabril's you get good, you get bad with him. I mean, it's depending on what type of day he's having. Yeah, but
Georgia Tech just scored. Sorry.
Oh shit, what score?
Is it an overtime?
20? 27?
Yeah, it's 27-20. Georgia Tech just got up. Sorry.
No, you're good. But yeah, I genuinely think with how our schedule shapes up, and obviously a coach who made freaking what's his name, Ryan Tannehill look good. I think with the flashes that I did see from Drake May last year, I think Mike Vrabel's gonna work good with him. So that's personally why I do see my team as a 6 seed. Although the jump to a 5 seed could be, but I also think like even like the 6 seed, like even going against like Denver, is actually not that bad for us either. Because it's like two young teams or two young quarterbacks kind of going at each other, and just seeing like the quarterbacks kind of go through adversity and try to like really will their teams to the win. I think that'd be a phenomenal matchup to even think of. But I think the AFC is definitely more interesting in terms of like playoff seeding more than the NFC, because I do believe the NFC is gonna be like, I think the same teams. I genuinely think the only team that's not gonna make it, or like the only team that's gonna be a new team into the postseason this year, I do believe is like the 49ers. But I do believe there's a couple of different scenarios that you can put in for the AFC in terms of playoff seeding outside of obviously the top 2 seeds. But I think there's a couple of different scenarios. Well, I think the 1 seed, the 2 seed, those are interchangeable. I think the 4 seed, being that it's probably going to be the Texans because they're going to win the division. But I think 3, 5, 6, and 7, there's a scenario for those to be very different come postseason. And I think all of us have a very different layout of what that postseason could look like. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's teams left out that we didn't think could be left out. And if I'm being honest, just looking at the list, I mean, Pittsburgh could get into the postseason, like the Chargers could get into the postseason, and then you have your 7 teams that could easily all get to the postseason. So there's more teams that could most definitely get into the postseason, outside of just your top 7. Because I do believe Pittsburgh and the Chargers have a legitimate case to make the postseason. So there's definitely more flexibility over in the AFC compared to the NFC.
Yeah, because like another thing too is, being with Buffalo, you're having to play twice, right? Right? Is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna be another test too, because it's like
16 teams.
I don't think so.
That one.
So that'd be 8 and 8, right, per conference?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there'd be no first round bye for nobody.
I'm not.
Damn, that'd be crazy.
I don't think so. I do like the 7. I think the 7 is fine. Just because I do think like your 7 best teams, and a lot of the times like I'd have to like really look at it. But how many times has the 7 seed won the first round matchup? I don't know if they've ever. Oh wait, I think they have.
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you.
What the hell were the Cowboys seeded when the Green Bay Packers beat them? Was that a 3 and 6 matchup or was that a 2 and 7?
I think that was a 3 and 6 matchup, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think they're the last team.
Yeah, I don't think we were either. To be honest, I don't know, but I don't think we were.
Were the Cowboys ranked the 2 seed that year? I could have sworn they were.
When was this?
Oh yeah, what are you talking about?
Remember
What year? What year?
Green Bay and when the Green Bay absolutely
Wasn't that
crashed?
I thought that was the year. Oh no, was that the year? Because was that the year we beat the Eagles the second time around and we won the division?
Hold on.
Because that was when Jalen Hurts sat out, and we were bragging about it, even though he sat out, so it didn't matter. if that's the same year, I think that's the same year because I think that's how he won the division. So we probably were two, which is even worse.
Hold on. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna say right now.
Ant say yeah.
Yeah, you guys. I think you guys were the friggin' 2 seed.
That's even worse, bro. God damn, Dak, you suck. Shit. Yeah.
Wait, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, Colorado lost. Colorado lost.
Hold on.
They lost to Georgia Tech.
They lost to Georgia Tech.
Yes. Wait. You guys. Wait. Yes, you guys were the 2 seed.
Yeah, we suck. It's cool.
That's crazy.
You guys were the 2 seed, and you guys lost.
It's alright.
A 7 seed.
It's cool. It's not.
Wait, that's. I think. Wait, has a 7.
Auburn looks like they should take care of business, but we'll see. There's still 5 minutes left. 4 minutes left.
Who are they playing?
So there's only one team. I'm not gonna lie. So it says here that the Green Bay Packers are the only 7 seed to be a 2 seed.
I hate the Cowboys. I hate Jerry Jones.
They're the only ones.
You know how?
Oh wait, yeah,
honestly,
you're right. I remember that game because I
Yep.
was eating canes, and then I just saw it and I just started laughing. I'm sorry praying on your downfall. I'm sorry.
I think
It's
they're.
okay.
I think
'Cause I
7
hate
seeds are
Jerry
like
Jones,
1 in.
and I
I
just
think they're
tweeted
like.
it.
I think they're like 1 in 8 or 1 in 10.
Damn, that's crazy.
Since the playoffs like expanded. Jeez, Tommy, that's awful. That's awful.
All I have to say is,
but
fuck
that just
Jerry Jones.
But what that does tell me is that I don't think that we should expand to a 16 team playoff just because it's just not. I don't believe if the 7th seed is like 1 in 10 currently right now. I mean, like the 7th seed is barely comparable to what the 2 seed is. So imagine an 8 seed facing a 1 seed. Like I just don't. It's the same thing with the NBA. Like, I mean, the only team that has even like had success coming from the play-in was the Miami Heat from 2 years ago. They made the NBA Finals, but like, there's been no other team that's even close to even making it out the first round. Most of those teams that are in the play-in and get that 7 and 8 seed, they just get swept or gentlemen swept in the first round. So it's like, personally, I don't think it should expand to a 16 team playoff just because I don't believe that the 8 seed could even hang with a 1 seed. I mean, then again, football is different, but still, it's kind of like how college football has expanded their playoff seeding, and last year was it probably created one of the worst playoffs we've seen in quite some time, just because just some of these teams just didn't belong in there, like SMU.
Yeah.
There's definitely some teams in college football that just didn't belong there. So honestly, I mean, and if you really look at the 7 seeds this year, if these were the 7 seeds, like the Bengals, I think the Bengals could compete with a 2 seed. If you look at the NFC side, what did I see? Who did I say was the 7 seed in the NFC side? Let's see. The Rams. The Rams could definitely compete with either the Lions or the Eagles. It would be a competitive matchup, but like. Then you start getting 8 seeds, and it's like Chicago, and the AFC, Pittsburgh, or actually it wouldn't be Pittsburgh, it'd be the Chargers. So you know what, the Chargers, yes, but like not every year you're gonna get the 8 seed being a competitive one to whoever the 2 seed is. Wait, and actually the Chargers are low-key not even competitive with you know, with the Bills. Yeah, I don't think that would be even competitive. I think the Bills are
That
just
would
a
be
far superior team.
freaking blowout.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. So no, I don't believe they should expand to 16. What do you guys think?
Nah.
I'm with you. I think the NFL is there's no need.
I mean, I don't really think so because it would kind of. I wouldn't really mess anything up, really. I mean, other than just the whole buy aspect. But that's what you play for, though. You know, if you're trying to go for the first seed, you know, you play for the buy. You know what I mean? And like,
Yeah, I feel yeah. I don't want the NFL to ever lose its regular season's value. And if you gotta just be in the top 16, I mean it's actually not that difficult when you think about it. 8-8, when it's not that difficult in the NFL when you really think about it. But then you get, like Axel said, you get the Bears in there when they probably shouldn't really be in there.
Yeah,
So it's just sort of
against the fucking Eagles or Lions.
right. It's just
They're gonna get thrashed. Like, like the Chargers against the Bills or the Chargers against the Ravens. They're gonna get fucking it's gonna be a slaughter. I mean, sure, I guess like the Chargers versus Ravens would be cool because it's brother versus brother coaching. But like,
but I don't really want to. I don't need to see it.
and honestly, I think the other thing is like the one seed should matter.
Exactly.
Because you get a first round bye, and I think that matters a lot. I mean, I remember like, before they ever expanded this to 17, getting a top 2 seed was like you wanted to get that top 2 seed if you were, like I remember, me because I've been a Patriots fan for so long, just getting the top 2 seed for us was like a miracle for us. Like I was like shit. Like every year we were getting the 2 seed or the 2 or the 1 seed. And obviously that would help us out a lot because then we'd sit back and we'd relax for the wild card. And then, Tom Brady had barely ever played in wild card matches. So if I'm not mistaken, I think there was a point in time when Tom Brady had played in more Super Bowls than he did in wild card matches. So I mean that's absolutely like ridiculous. I think by the time I think what was that? When did that stat come up? I believe it was in 2018 after he had just played his 6th Super Bowl. Or no, not his 6th. My bad. Oh yeah, wait, no, I think that stat still remains true. Tom Brady has played in more Super Bowls than he's played in wild card games. You know how crazy that sounds?
that's fucking insane.
That's fucking ridiculous. He's played it, and I think he's won more Super Bowls than he's even played in wild card games. He's barely played in any wild card games. So I mean, but that's the whole thing is like playing for that 1 seed just really means a lot, because then you get a week off and you get to prepare for the team, and then actually it means more to even get the 1 seed now. I actually like the seven seed thing because if now it's only 1 team per conference. Like now you're like really gonna want to try to get that 1 seed if you're one of the 3 best teams in the conference. So every game does matter.
Yeah, and like, was it before where you had to like actually? It was like 8 seed, right, or 8 seed team or whatever.
So
or did they ever have
it
it
was
that
a
way?
16 it was a 16 playoff
Uh huh.
before, and the 1 and the 2 seed would get the bye week. So that means in the wild
Got
card
it.
it'd be the 3 and the 6 and the 4 and the 5.
Well, I kind
Yup.
of like it this way. I kind of like it this way because it gives teams a shot, and like I like it like that because the 1 seed actually gets rest, and then that's why like I said, I was scared because I was like, damn, a healthy Lions team could freaking be crazy, but I don't know, man. That was a crazy playoff last year. I liked it for both ways. The AFC too. I mean, the whole Bills Bills beating the Ravens, right, to face the Chiefs. Like,
Yep.
bro, that was crazy, bro.
In the divisional round, yeah.
And I want Derrick Henry to go because Derrick Henry's like probably my top. I'm gonna say he's my favorite because I don't like the Eagles. My favorite running back in the league right now over Saquon. Even though Saquon did his thing, he's tied for number one in my opinion. But I just feel like Derrick Henry's I don't know, man. He just gets so many yards. He's a beast, man. I don't know. I just hope they go to at least the championship this year, the AFC. If they don't, then who knows? Maybe Lamar's not as good as we think he is. I know it's a hot take. That's crazy, but where has it?
He'll be another Dak Prescott.
I mean, he has had more playoff success than Dak Prescott, anyways. But but just the whole thing of like him, he's another one who like he shrinks in postseason. Like he doesn't. His numbers aren't even comparable, bro. Look at the way he plays in the postseason. If you look at his numbers in the postseason compared to his numbers in the regular season, it's not even similar, bro. The guy literally plays so much more worse in the postseason, and a lot of it I think has to do with the jitters. I don't think he's made for the lights. I genuinely think the only quarterback in the AFC outside of obviously Patrick Mahomes, who I even have faith in to make it to the Super Bowl is Joe Burrow. He's been there. He's done that. The guy is so composed.
So close,
I genuinely don't believe in Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson in the postseason. I don't believe in them. I don't believe in their teams. I don't believe that when the brightest lights are on, I don't believe that they can go out there against the Kansas City Chiefs, who are going to year in and year out probably going to be in the AFC Championship game. That they can go in there and it doesn't matter if they have home field advantage. We've seen the Bills lose in their home field. We've seen the Ravens lose in their home field in the postseason. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I just think that the moment, the magnitude of the game gets to them, that they end up making stupid decisions. And those aren't like they don't make and this is why not the Ravens, but like the Bengals know how to compose themselves in those moments, and they don't make the mistakes that give away the games. And unfortunately, that's just something the Bills and the Ravens do. And kind of like to say the Ant thing, like the Ant question that he has pulled up, it's true. I mean, last year I would say it was Lamar Jackson's fault that he lost to the Bills. He had 3 key turnovers in the first half. But people are going to tell me, oh yeah, but he brought him back. No, he didn't. Bringing somebody back means you win, and he didn't win. Sure, he might have got them close, but close doesn't mean anything to me. Close doesn't mean anything to me. If Tom Brady would have brought his team back down 28-3, brought in overtime and lost, people would have said, yeah, it doesn't matter because he didn't win. Oh, but he brought them all the way. It doesn't matter. Lost. It's the same way I feel about Lamar last year. Lamar, sure, he brought them right back in the game. It didn't result in a win. And same thing like Josh Allen. Okay, the only one that I'll give him credit for that I don't believe he messed up on was, I forget the year. It's the one with the 13-second thing. The Chiefs had 13 seconds and they went down freaking 50 yards or whatever, kicked a field goal, sent it to overtime. Josh Allen never saw the ball. That wasn't on Josh Allen. I'm going to say that's more on the team and especially the defensive side. The fact that they couldn't get 2 stops on the defensive end in 13 seconds, that's despicable. That's just a coaching error. That is a defensive, failed adjustment. So that is the one time I will not penalize Josh Allen. But in all the other times, I have to. And same thing with Lamar. He's a guy who makes careless mistakes in the postseason, and it's just unfortunate, man. If I were to tell you who I would trust more, I probably would say maybe Josh Allen more than Lamar. But Lamar, in terms of the postseason, I don't see it. I don't. And this is the last year he's gonna have to prove to me. Obviously he's still like 27 or whatever.
Yeah.
He has several more years in his prime. But with this current group, it's over. If they don't get it done this year with this current group, they brought in Jair Alexander, they brought in DeAndre Hopkins. If they do not get it done with this group, it is over for this current group. I'm not saying Lamar will never be in an AFC Championship game. I'm not saying Lamar will start getting eliminated from the postseason, will not even make it to the postseason. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying that it's going to be a lot tougher because they're going to have to retool and shape around their roster because they are getting a lot older. Outside of Lamar Jackson, you look at Derrick Henry, he's not getting younger. Ronnie Staley, not getting any younger. Obviously, Marlon Humphreys is pretty young. Jair Alexander is a guy who you can basically only pencil in for only 8 or 9 games out of the year because he just gets hurt so damn much. But their team is realistically not getting younger. So for me to say that I have confidence in the Ravens, I don't think so. I don't have confidence in any team in the AFC outside of the Chiefs. And damn, like, I don't want to say the Bengals, so I'm not even going to say the Bengals. I'm just going to say Joe Burrow. Because he's been there, he's done that. And I think he's a guy he also does have Patrick Mahomes' number. So, by the way, Patrick Mahomes has only ever lost to 3 quarterbacks in the postseason. Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, and Tom Brady. That's it.
Damn.
He hasn't lost to any other quarterback in the postseason. So, if you're going to tell me that I have faith in Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson when I've had faith in them the previous years and they've let me down every other year, and every other year I've been saying, oh yeah, the Bills or the Ravens, they're going to make the Super Bowl. No, fuck that. I'm not doing that shit no more. Until you can actually show me that you can make it past Patrick Mahomes, I'm not even going to pick you. So until further notice, the Ravens or the Bills are going to be capped at probably the divisional round. One of them is going to be capped at the divisional round, and the other one is not even going to make it past the championship round. So that's as far as I'll go with those 2 teams.
Well, as far as going there, like the Bills and the Ravens, yes, they're like, no offense to the Bills or the Ravens, but they are technically like the Detroit Lions for me. I mean, no offense to Detroit, at least they got to the the NFC Championship a year ago?
2 years.
2 years
Yeah,
ago.
because last year, the Commanders beat them. So
yeah, no, I was kidding. Well,
and they
I'm talking,
and they should have won 2 years ago against the Niners because they were absolutely beating the dog breaks out of them.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm like. I see a lot of the Lions the Bills and the Lions, like they can't finish the game, dude. And like, the Bills and Ravens just dig themselves in too many holes in the playoffs. It's kind of scary because whenever, I hate to say it, but man, the Chiefs, no matter what roster they have, no matter what fucking defense they have, as long as Patrick Mahomes is there, he is gonna make them a winner. I mean, time and time again. In my opinion, one of the most mid defenses, other than Chris Jones, and who other corner that they had, I forgot his name. One of the mid defenses, bro, and they just make it, bro. It's because of Patrick Mahomes. As long as you can hold the other team.
Not only that, but their defensive coordinator. There's a reason teams want him. Steve Spagnuolo is crazy. He might be the best defense. He might be the best defensive coordinator in the game.
Yeah.
You pair him up with Andy Reid, and just that whole coaching staff is a delight to have. There's a reason there's a reason so many people want him, but he doesn't want to go because he's attached to just that Chiefs culture. So while it is Patrick Mahomes defense that team defense has gotten better as the years have gone on. Look at that defense, back when Patrick Mahomes was playing the 49ers for the first time in 2019. The defense was not that great. Look at when they were playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Defense was not great. His defense wasn't good until last year's Super Bowl. Last year's Super Bowl was legitimately maybe the first. No, not well. And I'm not talking about this past year's. I'm not the Eagles one. The one before that one was that. Who they face? The Niners.
Yes,
it was
the Niners,
right?
The Niners.
That was the first time that Patrick Mahomes had a legit defense.
Yeah.
That was the first time. That was the first time that Patrick Mahomes had a legit defense. And you could tell. you can legitimately tell Patrick Mahomes doesn't have to be the savior anymore in the Super Bowl, like or like just in the postseason. He doesn't have to throw for these crazy amount of yards that he used to throw for. He can rely on his defense now. But obviously, having a guy like Patrick Mahomes who can close out games, well, then it makes just everything a lot easier for you. And that's the one advantage they have over every other team. I mean, outside of the Eagles, I would say. I think that's the only team that they generally have to get by is the Eagles. But obviously, they wouldn't have to until the Super Bowl. So, but I genuinely think that is the only team in the league that they could and probably will have problems with, just because of how that roster is constructed.
Oh yeah, and like I just feel like just depending on how it is again, how it shapes up. Like I said, I feel like the Chiefs are always going to be in the postseason somehow. As long as Mahomes there, like they're at least going to make it to the divisional, or if they're not already in the divisional, or they're going to at least make it to the championship. Winning, man, I don't know. I just don't know how they get by, man. It's just teams make dumb mistakes against them, like
Yeah.
all the time, bro. It's frustrating, but I'm not mad at it because that's not my conference,
But
But
you know what's so crazy? And tell me if I'm wrong. So Lamar and Jalen Hurts, they play the same. Would you say, right? You would say they play the same?
yeah, I feel like more Hurts has, not saying step back just a little bit because he hasn't been running as much like outside the pocket, but they do play the same. Yes, if you're talking in pocket slash
I
not
don't
running that
know.
much.
I don't know why. If you swap the two quarterbacks, I don't feel confident in Lamar Jackson winning with the Eagles.
Interesting.
The reason why is the mistakes.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
my biggest thing.
I feel like that's the main thing what holds him back. Because if it wasn't for the mistakes, like he would be probably a two-time Super Bowl champion by now, or almost a two-time Super Bowl champion
And
right
and
now.
and by the way, that's not me saying that I think Jalen Hurts is better than Lamar Jackson.
No, yeah,
I don't think that. But I think that Lamar Jackson, because of his ability to turn over the ball and be careless, unlike Jalen Hurts, who, by the way, Jalen Hurts in his first Super Bowl outplayed Patrick Mahomes, by the way. If you look back at
yeah,
that Super Bowl 2 years ago, he outplayed Patrick Mahomes and almost beat him. In this one, he played more of a game manager because his defense was so. It's honestly
crazy.
probably one of the top three best defenses in this century. And obviously, he had an
Yeah,
all-time running back, you know, and an all-time offensive line. And it's so crazy because a quarterback that's better than Jalen Hurts, I don't think, like Lamar Jackson, if you insert him into the Eagles, I don't think they would win the Super Bowl.
Hmm.
And it's for the simple fact that I just with the mistakes that Lamar Jackson makes, I'm sorry, I can't. I can't.
Yeah, and I feel like it's just that's the only thing that's holding Lamar back is the mistakes. If he didn't have any mistakes, slash he had maybe one or two here, but he made up for it, that would probably make him, like I said, either a one or two-time Super Bowl champion by now. I mean, I feel like he's not better than Mahomes, but he's one of the best. He is probably the best
I, th-
running
I think
quarterback that we
I
have.
think he's the best. So look, I think from a talent perspective, I think he's the best quarterback in the league, and I think he's the second best quarterback in the league. Like just in totality, I would just put Mahomes just because of the playoff success. But
Yeah,
if you take the playoff success out of the way, right? Or like the Super Bowl six, or yeah, just the playoff success. But damn, I don't even want to do that. Actually, no, fuck, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not because there's no taking away playoff success. I'm sorry, but like from a talent perspective and just a pure quarterback perspective, I do believe he is the better quarterback over Mahomes. But because Mahomes has this playoff success and he's been there, he's done that, he's been so good in the postseason, I have Mahomes over him. But I do believe from a pure like if there was a pound for pound ranking like comparing it to boxing, I would personally have maybe Lamar over it just because of like he's just such a he might be the toughest quarterback to really like game plan for. Just because now he's starting to really and I thought last year he turned the corner until he didn't. Obviously in the postseason he was kind of shit. But I thought last year he turned a corner for me. And I thought this was gonna be that this was gonna be the breakout year for him last year because
Yeah.
he finished the season with over 4,000 passing yards and 41 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. It's one of the best touchdown to interception ratios in the history of the league. And that's even comparative to what Aaron Rodgers did. And Aaron Rodgers is one of the best touchdown to interception ratio QBs that we've ever seen in the history of the game. And Lamar Jackson replicated that on a level where not only was it through the air, but the guy can still do it with his legs too. And as I'm seeing him throughout the year, I'm seeing him progress and progress and progress. And I'm starting to think to myself, okay, like I think Lamar's gonna turn a corner this year and he's gonna win. And then the wild card round comes around. He plays really good, by the way, in the wild card round, which he's never really had a problem with. I think the wild card round has been very good to him. It's when you start to get to the divisional round where things start to get a little iffy for him, and the moment starts to arise, and something happens to Lamar Jackson that I can't even quite figure out yet. And I think it's a mental thing. And it's like, dude, every year, this isn't your first rodeo, dude. Every year you get to this position and you make the same mistakes, and you're not under Greg Roman anymore. You're under Todd Monken, who has made him into a better passer, has spread the offense out. I do believe that the offense looks better under Todd Monken than it does under Greg Roman. They're still running the ball really well under Todd Monken. The only difference is the passing game has gotten way better. Why? Because the schematics, the schemes that they're putting in place for Lamar Jackson, like just all of the schemes that they're dialing up for him, it's making him a better passer. They're spreading out the offense. They're running a spread offense. Unfortunately, he doesn't have like the best receivers in the world, but he makes it work with what he has. So I thought he was turning a corner until the divisional round, where in the first half he just completely threw the game away with 3 first half turnovers. And it's like, dude, what are you doing, dude? You've been doing so great all year, and then now you're kind of just like you forget how to play football. You forget how to win. I mean, what's going on here?
He's Paul Crew. He's shaving points. No, I'm just kidding. But no, for real. I don't know, man. I feel like I hate to say it too, but like I just feel like the playoff lights are maybe a little bit too bright for Lamar, and it's just he proves it every time too, and it sucks to see because I'm a big believer in Lamar. I like Lamar, and I thought last year was going to be the year that somebody new was going to the Super Bowl. I thought it was going to be either Lamar and the Ravens, or it was going to be the Bills and Josh Allen. And then I was like, okay, somebody's going to be good from here. And then, nope. It ends up being the same old Patrick Mahomes because he's been there time and time again.
Honestly,
it's just crazy.
I didn't think it was going to be the Ravens just because, remember, the Ravens had lost Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer. They lost
they
Stephon
lost
Diggs.
Defense.
Me personally, I had them as a team that could win the division, but they're like, just because the division was so bad, but like they would have been like a 10-17, like kind of like the 4 seed, not that great, There were teams even saying that there were even people saying that they probably wouldn't even make the playoffs. And kind of going to Ant's comment here, I don't understand why teams don't use the formula the Bucks and Eagles laid out to beat the Chiefs. Well, I do understand that formula is the way to beat them, which is with a bunch of defensive pressure, especially from the defensive line. I just think the personnel that you need to have for that defensive line, it's not just the personnel. You need to have great coaching. If you look at the Bucks and Eagles teams, they had great coaching, they had a great personnel, and their back ends were able to hold up as long as the defensive line could do what they needed to do, which is get pressure. Not only do you need to get pressure, because like with Mahomes, because he's so savvy in like his pocket presence, I do believe you need to create a box around him, and you need to blitz him. Like, you really need to blitz him. You need to get to him. You can't just send the front four. You really need to get to him and speed him up. If you speed him up and you try to knock him off his game, and like immediately from the time the game starts, you need to knock him off of his game. That is the game plan to beating Mahomes. And the other thing is, don't turn the ball over. It was the same thing with Tom Brady. If you could pressure Tom Brady, and if you could, literally the same ways to beat Mahomes were the same ways to beat Tom Brady. If you could pressure them, and if you could not turn over the ball, you can beat them, because they're not going to turn the ball over. They're not gonna allow you to beat them. So they're not gonna allow you to beat them, because they're not gonna turn over the ball. So what's the only other way? If they're not gonna turn over the ball, well then okay, we're gonna sack you. We're gonna get you off the field. We're gonna run the ball. We're gonna eat away at time on the clock. And guess what? We are not going to turn over the ball. If you're not going to turn it over, we're not going to turn it over, because we know that it is very hard to turn over Patrick Mahomes. Just as much as it was hard to turn over just as hard as it was hard to turn Tom Brady over. It was really hard, especially as Brady was getting deep into the postseason, as he was getting into the championship games, into the Super Bowl. It was harder and harder to turn him over. The only way to beat Tom Brady was by getting the pressure to him, and it is the same way to beat Patrick Mahomes. And we've seen that formula play out 2 times in which the Bucs and the Eagles have beaten them. And also, it was the same formula that the Bengals had used. They pressured him. And what did Joe Burrow do? He didn't turn the ball over. In the times that people have beaten Patrick Mahomes, it's because they played mistake-free football. If you even get just a single turnover against Patrick Mahomes, you done lost the game. You lost. Yep. I mean, that is the thing. Your defense has to be stout. And as a quarterback or as a running back or anybody else who's on the offensive side of the ball, you cannot turn the ball over. You can't. Because if you do, you're at his mercy. So you got to play a flawless game for 4 quarters. That's it. That's basically it. And the other thing, if you're blowing them out, just keep going. There's a reason that I remember there was a clip going around that like the Eagles, I think, were already up 30-something-0 or like 40-something-0 or whatever it was, and they wanted to keep going. They wanted to keep pouring points because they know who the guy is on that other side. They know who that is. That guy on the other side, number 15, can literally come back. We've seen it done before. The guy can just find a way to come back into games, and you can't give him that. You can't even give him a sliver of hope. That's why you got to keep pouring it on. You know, third quarter, there's still 5 minutes left. Just keep pouring it on. So, you know, there's a reason. There's a reason for it. And the times that the Bucs and the Eagles have beat this team in the Super Bowl, and even the Bengals, they've poured it on. Well, the Bengals, you know, obviously didn't blow them out, but what the Bengals did was just they played mistake-free football, and they got the ball last, and they ended up beating the Chiefs. So, I mean, it's the way to beat them. The formula ain't hard, but it's just you got to have the right personnel, and your coaching staff has to be attentive to everything that is going on that field.
Yeah.
It is the only way to beat them.
I'm just ready to see what happens next year, man. This is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I think it'll be very interesting. You know, look, I do think the Chiefs will probably get the 5 seed, but that to me, I don't think like that. But by the way, like just because I gave them the 5 seed, doesn't mean I don't think they're gonna be in the AFC Championship or in the Super Bowl. They're probably the team that I trust the most to even get to the Super Bowl, even if they don't even have home field advantage for the postseason. They're that damn good. It doesn't matter whether they're at home or on the road. I definitely think they're that good to get to the postseason. To get to the Super Bowl while not having home field advantage. The thing is because they've had so much sustained success and because of so many of the close victories that they had last year, I do think they'll take a little more losses than what they had last year, which is why I think the Broncos are going to win the division over them.
Yeah, it could be the reason. I mean, I don't feel like the Chiefs aren't gonna I don't feel like they're gonna lose the division. I just feel like they're gonna they're gonna win, but it's just gonna be like I said. There's always that one tricky game they always fucking have every year where they barely sweep by the team and they only win by 3 or they barely win by a lucky touchdown. But
last year was
I
the
don't know.
Raiders, I believe.
Yeah,
If I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
I think last year was a Raiders game. But then again, last year they did have so many one-score victories, and it's like, dude, like come on, like what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
But like I also think like them losing Rashee Rice for 6 games and like that's huge. Like I legit think that's huge. With in the first 6 games, 4 of those games are absolute gauntlets. And obviously they did it without Rashee Rice for a majority of the year last year. So I'm not saying they can't, but like Pacheco's a shell of himself. Travis Kelce isn't what he used to be. The team's regressing a bit. So, and I think just the Broncos, they're just on this ascension. I think the Broncos are going to be super hungry to try to even win that division. So that's why I personally think maybe the Chiefs just end up coasting a little bit through the regular season.
Okay.
What do you think, Tommy? I don't know if Tommy's still here.
No, I am. I'm not gonna lie. I zoned out for the end of it.
Yeah, no idea what's going on.
Bro. If y'all
I think
want
that's
to
a
end it, let
good.
me know.
So I think that's a good time just to make our quick rapid Texas Ohio State predictions real quick. And we can call it.
Well, I gotta go. Hey, y'all already know how I am. SEC, Texas winning tomorrow, bro.
Oh my God, this fucking guy! You guys
man.
just all about the fucking SEC.
Texas is winning, bro. Arch
support-
Manning
I
for
appreciate
the
it,
show
Tommy,
out.
but at what cost?
Bro, he would pick any SEC team.
Y'all lucky.
Florida State, Alabama tomorrow, Tommy.
Florida State, Alabama. Oh, Alabama, bro. Come on, man.
Bro loves the SEC.
Why Alabama though? I mean, I know they're gonna win, but why Alabama?
Why Alabama? Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest. All trolling
They're
aside.
in the SEC.
No. All trolling aside. I actually believe in Ty Simpson. It's either Simpson or Sampson, which is Alabama.
Samson.
Oh, is it Samson or Simpson?
Yeah, Samson.
What?
So,
Samson? I thought it was Simpson.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, Ty. Shout out to Ty. I really do believe in Ty. He basically just waited on his turn, which I respect that, especially in today's league, in today's college football. Everyone's transferring to anywhere they can get playing time. He stayed and waited, and there's a reason for it, and we're about to find out tomorrow.
Okay. What's it called? LSU Clemson.
I
That's a tough
hate
one.
Garrett.
I'm gonna go Clemson.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Clemson. I just think Cade. Yeah, Cade is gonna take over.
If I was trolling you guys, I would say LSU, but I'm gonna be honest. I think Cade is the better quarterback in this situation, and I think that's what it's gonna come down to. So I'm going Clemson.
What happened
I got
to all
Clemson
SEC,
too, but
hey man, I gotta have
too,
some
don't
integrity.
Don't be surprised if this is Clemson's only regular season loss.
If Clemson wins tomorrow,
is this their toughest game?
Yes, they're going
so.
undefeated if they win tomorrow.
Is this their only ranked game?
I don't. ACC.
No, there's definitely a few more ranked teams, but they're not in the same league as Clemson.
Clemson should win them, basically.
Yeah.
It's like Illinois.
Just give me Ohio State.
Oh wow.
I want them to go. I want them to win 24-17 with a strip fumble all the way again. Repeat history again. Let's do it. Come on.
Damn. Oh man.
Darian,
the only reason
I'm
I'm nervous for a Texas loss tomorrow is if it's a blowout. If it's like a close one, I'm like, you know what, fine. It's Ohio State. But if we get blown out, then I'm very scared for the season. But I'm still gonna go Texas.
How do you feel about Arch Manning spot?
I like Arch. A lot of people hated Quinn, and I totally understand why. But I still think it was the right move last year to give Quinn to start most of the season. Just because that's shit. He was there for basically the whole rebuild with Sark.
Yep.
But no, I really like Arch. The only thing I'm scared though is because they're putting him under these crazy expectations.
Where you go eat?
Bro has not
Heisman.
played 100 snaps yet.
Heisman.
Yeah, nah, bro. The expectations for him are through the roof.
I think he
might-
can live up to it to an extent, but that's still the expectations
you
are still
think-
like what we've never seen in like
Do you
forever.
think he's like the college player under the most pressure this year?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
I think to me it does seem like that way.
So the only reason I'm scared because he's looked good, but bro, it's still he still hasn't played 100 snaps yet.
This is first road snap.
Yeah.
Start. Excuse me.
Holy shit! His first road start is crazy
Against Ohio State.
against
And-
the defending
Oh
national champions.
shit! It's
Against
in
the
Ohio
But
State.
but
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
at Ohio State.
but
yeah.
to be honest,
Yo, Chris is
the
a
guy-
hater. Chris
the
is a
guy-
fucking Chris is a fucking hater, bro.
Let's go. Let's
Yo,
go, man.
yo,
I will say though.
My
I
boy
will say
Jeremiah,
though.
man.
I will say though. Let's not act like Ohio State didn't lose a lot and had to not rebuild, but had to retool in the offseason. They got a new QB as well. So
Julian's
Yeah.
saying, yeah, they did.
we'll see how
They
you look.
They do have probably the two best players in their respective sides of the ball. Like Jeremiah Smith might be the best offensive player in the nation, and Caleb Downs might be the best defensive player in the nation.
All I gotta say is they can put me back there, right? I got 1 year left of college eligibility. They can put
That's
me
crazy.
back there. As long as I throw to
Yo.
Jeremiah Smith, we're good, bro. They're good, bro.
Bro, Spot. Yo, you got your biggest hater
crazy.
here.
This is crazy.
Who cares? But I think the biggest strength that Ohio State has is obviously that fucking. Well, you just said Jeremiah Smith, but the biggest weakness tomorrow is probably that O-line.
Oh
Against-
yeah, most definitely.
Texas's D-line right now.
Would you
Um,
consider Texas's
best
D-line the
D-line?
biggest strength?
It's the best D line in the nation, in my opinion.
Yes.
Do you think that's Texas's biggest strength?
The
tomorrow?
only thing tomorrow, shit, maybe they boosted up the run defense. That's the only kind of weakness. That's probably where they're gonna hit Texas on a little bit, but they should be fine.
Who's the running back for Ohio State?
What is his name? Tommy,
I
you know his name?
Nah, I forgot it. I don't know.
It doesn't matter. 24-17. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Who's the running back for Texas though?
Winsner,
Baxter, Wisner, and
Wisner, whatever.
shit. Baxter was supposed to be the starter last year and he got hurt, so I'm curious to see how he looks now.
Let's see where
Was it
we
Jaden
at?
Blue last year that took over?
He was also in there too.
I
Him and
love-
Wisner split snaps.
Jalen Blue, bruh. He's
And then,
gonna be a great back.
Who are your wide receivers?
This year, what's his name? Lockett.
Okay.
Is he related to Tyler Lockett?
That's a great question.
Because if he's
No
not,
idea.
then he's cooked. No, I'm just playing.
He's
Oh, wow.
cooked.
They have Ohio State has a running back. It's Anthony Turbo Rogers.
I've never heard of him.
And they got a
Goat,
Bo
man. That's a
Jackson.
goat right
They
there.
got a Bo Jackson.
That's a goat right there, man. I love it.
Oh man, Bo Jackson. Oh,
I don't know which one of them is starting, but they got quite a few backs.
Bo Jackson, huh?
And they
Oh,
and
definitely got
Wingo.
some nice.
Wingo.
Oh yeah, y'all got
I forgot about
Wingo.
him.
Hey, he's gonna be a
Wingo.
Cowboy next year.
Wingo. What's his name?
Yeah, I
Like
like,
some
Ryan
he has like
Wingo.
a great. Okay.
I like him a lot. He's gonna be good.
All right, so if y'all don't hear from me, y'all obviously know what happened tomorrow. But if y'all hear from me, I'm in a great mood.
If it's a blowout, I think we should have an emergency stream.
Bro, I am not showing up to work.
I think if Texas does lose, we should show up for a stream.
Invite me in
My
there. Invite
phone
me
will
in
be
there.
on
I want
D&D.
in. I
Y'all
want
got
in.
that.
I want
Y'all
in.
got that.
Oh
Come on
man, come on! Even
No,
if
if
it's
it's,
like
I'm not gonna lie. Whenever it's close games, I put my phone. I like put on the other side of the room because I don't want that stress right now.
Oh
I'm
man,
the
I'm
same-
gonna,
yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna, you know
I'm the
what?
same
Just
way,
keep your
bro.
just keep your ringer on. I'm gonna call you just to console.
I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that phone upstairs, bro. I'm good.
I'm gonna be at work, but I'll still call you.
I'll call Chris. Hey, can you go check on
Check
I am
on
not
Spot,
opening
bro.
that door.
I only work like 10 minutes away from him. I got you. I'll pull up.
Just-
Be like,
just go.
Perfect. Perfect.
just go, knock on his door.
I'm
There'll be
gonna
a
ask
birthday
his,
party. There'll be a birthday party. Somebody
I'm
will
gonna
wait
ask
for
his
you.
mom.
Nope,
and
I'll
his,
be waiting
and
for
his
that
brother
door.
to let me in. I'm gonna be
I'll
like,
be
hey,
waiting
bro,
by
just
that
let me
door.
in.
No one's
Just let
coming
me
in. Party's over.
Bro's gonna be a security guard to his own
I'm gonna be the bouncer. I'm not letting him in.
And his mom's gonna be like, why aren't you letting Chris in? No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
He can't come in. He can't come in.
No, she's gonna be so confused that would happen.
Oh, but
I'm
I think
gonna
it's a
get
good
out
way
of
to
here.
end it.
I'm gonna get out of here. I'm sorry, cause I'm gonna go eat. My girl's been waiting for me like 10 minutes, but yeah, I'm almost in trouble. But 24-17. That's all I gotta say. 24-17. Ohio State strip fumble
Man.
all the way.
Appreciate you, Chris.
I appreciate both of y'all. It was nice finally talking to you, Tommy. Even though
Nice to meet you, man.
I'm sorry
Great.
you're crashing out the whole time. I understand.
Yeah,
bro.
this was a bad first impression.
No, I understand. That's the way I was crashing out whenever I had Dan Snyder as my fucking. I don't want to talk about it. But I'm sorry, man. Jerry Jones ruined your team. His whole family is gonna ruin your team for like the next 20 years until they have kids. So good luck.
Yeah, fuck Jerry Jones.
Sorry, man. We got room in Washington, man. Come on, you live right there, man. Come on.
I can't do that one. That was
I can't do that one.
that was nice, but no, thank you.
Well, I'll come peeking in y'all's wrestling freaking or WWE podcast. So I got John winning. I got Roman cooking Bronson Reed in like 2 minutes.
Nice.
And then
nice.
I got
2 minutes. Wow.
who do I got? Who do I got in the main event? I got Seth Rollins winning, but like if he doesn't win, then Roman's costing him somehow.
Okay.
I don't know, bro.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not ready for this pay-per-view. I got Rusev winning over Sheamus.
What do you have Punk, like what is Punk's odds in that fatal four way?
You don't like Punk.
Oh,
I don't like CM sucks, all right, man.
Oh, this is
Uh-oh.
awkward.
I love his theme song though. I'm not gonna lie.
You're not
I was
allowed to
singing
love
that shit at
his theme song.
WrestleMania.
You're not allowed to.
What? Come on.
No.
I don't like CM Punk. Like I'm not a hater against him. I like him. I like his
Oh, he's
matches.
definitely
Like,
a hater.
Oh wow.
I at least went for him against Gunther, all right? But I didn't know he was getting cashed in on. I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah,
I
what the
thought-
fuck is
I
up
thought-
with this?
I thought Seth Rollins was gonna just come out and say, I got your ass, and then fucking go back, hobble his way. I was like, oh, he's safe. And then he fucking let go of the crutches. I was like, no fucking way.
I lied. Remember when I said I don't hate a lot of people? I actually do hate Seth. So
He rose up to like top 2 or top 3 for me. Not gonna lie.
Oh wow. Hey, Spot. I don't like this guy.
Man. Like he's tied with Cody Rhodes right now. Not gonna lie to you. For me.
That's crazy.
Go eat before you get
Tommy,
one, man.
Tommy, I think you found your biggest hater, man.
This is crazy.
I'm sorry, man. I used to like CM Punk, and then I don't know, man. It's just his matches were good / mid sometimes, and I was just like,
that's enough. End the stream. End of the stream.
But am I a fan of him? I'm in the middle. I'm sorry, I'm in the middle. Like I'm a hater sometimes, but I like him sometimes. I don't know what it is.
This is hurting.
I'm sorry. It was Micah, and now it's me shitting on CM Punk. I didn't mean to do that.
This is dumb.
This is
Tommy has had a pretty bad year, man. Seeing
I'm
CM
so
Punk
sorry,
get the world
man.
title stripped from him, and now Micah has been stripped from him.
I'm so sorry, bro. And he's been sick too. I'm so sorry.
Well, I didn't say bad year, but like summer. Yeah, the summer.
No, the summer's been
the summer of
shit.
Tommy, man. The summer of Tommy. The summer of Tommy, because the year has been pretty good to Tommy, man. His Florida Gators won the national championship. The OKC Thunder have won the NBA championship, and then the summer just went whoop down the hill, just down the hill.
Yep.
Well, you can screw me over whenever I go over there and buy you a car. I'll be like, yeah, man, $300 a month, $350 a month sounds good. He rips the paper.
I'm going.
Psych! It's $650. What?
Surprise!
Turns heel. He turns heel on me. No way.
Yeah, you already signed the contract, so
yeah, there's nothing you can do now, buddy.
And then he's gonna be like, "Get him, Jay." I'm gonna be like, "What?" And I'm gonna take a fucking terrible bump from Jay, like he always fucking takes. Like I saw the spear he did to Axel, and whenever freaking the match, bro, that shit had me dying. I was like, God, dude doesn't know how to take bumps, bro. What is he doing? What is
The
he
most
doing?
unsafe worker.
It's just 500 pounds of uncontrollable.
That's why I
Uncontrollable
stole
speed.
his pizza. That's why I stole his pizza.
That's why I did too, man. He needs to lose some weight.
That's crazy.
500 pounds of uncontrollable humanity. Gotta lose some weight.
All right. Let me actually get out of here. I'm sorry, Jay. I love you, big dog. Maybe,
All right,
maybe
Chris.
not. Sorry about CM Punk, man. My bad. Maybe he'll change. Maybe he'll change somewhere.
All right, Chris. See you on the flip side, man.
All right, bro. I'll see you later.
Well, I guess that puts an end to the stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you guys for staying with us here for the last 2 hours. This upcoming Sunday we will be live for BTBC straight after Clash in Paris pay-per-view. If you guys do want to tune in, we'll be live right after the show. We'll keep you guys updated. And yeah, I mean, Tommy, Spot, you guys got anything you want to say?
Make sure Fantasy League is closed. That's taken care of. It's gonna be a fun season. I'm excited. I'll save the rest of the year stuff for Sunday. But no, that's it.
Oh, I do have one other thing I want to say. So Sunday we are doing a Clash in Paris review, just literally right after the show, and we obviously are booking the we are rebooking John Cena's retirement tour. And Tommy will also be talking a little bit about WWE Unreal and what he has seen. So yeah, tune in Sunday.
Damn, my summer has been ass. When that show come out?
July.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Spot.
Free time.
Oh man. Through Monday night we got real good football, real good college football. I'm excited. That's all I gotta say.
Go Texas.
Go Texas, man. But we will
Hook
see
'em
y'all.
horns.
See y'all next week.
For
this specific show, we'll see you next week. See you Sunday for wrestling. Y'all be safe, man.
Ew.
It's